Title: In the middle of the act, my AP got a call from my hubby saying, "Smile, you're on camera," and forced us to open a Facebook. I was shocked when I saw a live stream with us. Then the real show started. Start. He was still inside me when the phone rang. The vibration echoed off the nightstand, 3 short buzzes, the kind my husband used when he couldn't reach me. My affair partner froze, breath caught, eyes on the screen. "Unknown number," he said, panting, sweat glistening down his neck. "Answer it," I said. He hesitated, but curiosity always won with him. That was part of his problem. When he pressed accept, my husband's voice came through. Steady, calm, surgical. "Smile," he said. "You're on camera." For a second, time collapsed. I could hear the faint click of my husband's lighter in the background, the sound I'd once loved when he'd smoke on our balcony, telling me stories about loyalty and patience. Then my husband said, "Now, do me a favor. Open Facebook." The man inside me froze like prey. I reached for my phone, my hands shaking, not from guilt, but anticipation. I already knew what I'd see. When the app opened, there it was, a live stream. Us. Every thrust, every whisper, every betrayal broadcast to the world. But the real show hadn't even begun. My lover, a coworker, my assistant principal, our kid's school's golden man, shot up, naked panic painted across his face. He scrambled for his clothes, tripping over the edge of the bed, knocking over the lamp. His phone fell, still connected to the call, and my husband's voice echoed through the speaker. "Run, Michael, run fast, but you won't outrun this." Michael bolted, barefoot, half-dressed, leaving behind his shirt, dignity, and the faint smell of cologne I'd once mistaken for safety. When the door slammed, the house went silent. Just me, the hum of the ceiling fan, and my husband's voice, low and deliberate. "You can end the stream," he said, "or let it play. Your choice." I ended it. I wasn't ready for the comments, the pity, the digital vultures circling our pain. Then the call cut. We'd been married 10 years, the kind of marriage people envied from the outside. Photos framed in warmth, Sunday breakfasts, quiet touches at dinner parties. But underneath? Distance, quiet resentments. I worked in education, long hours, late nights. That's how Michael slipped in, harmless at first. He listened when my husband stopped asking, complimented when my husband critiqued. And I, stupidly, mistook attention for affection. The first kiss was an accident. The second was a choice. Everything after that was a slow, deliberate suicide of loyalty. But my husband, he was always observant, patient, the kind of man who never raised his voice because he didn't need to. He saw patterns before anyone else did. He noticed missing details, like perfume that wasn't mine, schedules that didn't align, a stranger's car parked too long near the school. He played the long game. I didn't know then, but he was already building his case. The first sign was subtle, a question over dinner. "You ever get the feeling someone's watching us?" I laughed. "You watch too many crime shows." But he wasn't joking. There were cameras, tiny, invisible eyes tucked into corners of our home. One inside the smoke detector, one behind the TV, hidden in plain sight. He'd installed them himself, quiet as a shadow. When I finally realized, it was too late. I found the feed once, accidentally, videos stored neatly in a folder labeled Security. The thumbnails showed me and Michael, not just one encounter, all of them. I remember sitting there, numb, staring at the screen while the video played. I expected rage, panic, but what I felt was admiration. He'd done what I should have done, waited, watched, learned. That night, I packed Michael's toothbrush into a drawer. Then I poured myself a drink and waited for my husband to come home. He never mentioned it, not once. He smiled like nothing was wrong. That was when I understood. He wasn't going to confront me. He was going to end me. Over the next few weeks, I noticed shifts. Our finances were reorganized. My access to accounts was temporarily suspended for security. My car, technically his, was due for maintenance. He was cutting cords, silently, methodically. Then he did something I didn't expect. He started posting more on social media. Pictures of us, family dinners, vacations, recycled smiles from older days. He was building a narrative, one of a devoted husband betrayed by a deceitful wife. And I, the actress I'd become, played my part beautifully. That night, when he called during the act, everything clicked. He'd timed it perfectly. He'd known Michael's schedule, our pattern, my weakness for routine. The camera wasn't just streaming, it was mirrored to his Facebook profile. Our friends, our family, his coworkers, all had front row seats. But there was more. The live stream wasn't the end game. It was the trigger. The next morning, HR called. Michael had been placed on immediate leave pending investigation. My husband had submitted the footage anonymously to the school board. Policies, power dynamics, ethical breaches. Then came the legal papers. Divorce, filed the same day, citing adultery, irreconcilable trust. Everything precise, every asset protected, every step accounted for. By the time I tried to reach out, he'd blocked my number, frozen our joint accounts, and disappeared from social media. Michael moved out of town. His reputation? Destroyed. His wife filed for separation. The school terminated his contract. Me? I kept my job, barely. The whispers followed me like shadows in the hallways. That's her, they'd say. The live stream woman. I should have felt broken, but I didn't, because underneath the ruin there was a strange sense of peace. I'd always underestimated my husband's intelligence, his calm precision. I'd called it detachment. It wasn't. It was control. He hadn't yelled, he hadn't hit, he hadn't begged. He'd just shown the world exactly what we were. And in that exposure, I saw myself, naked in every sense of the word. Sometimes, late at night, I still hear his voice. That calm, devastating tone. Smile. You're on camera. It's not rage that echoes in me anymore. It's respect. Twisted, painful respect. He didn't ruin me out of hatred. He simply balanced the scales. Now, when I pass by the mirror, I see a woman who burned her own home down and admired the man who watched it happen. He didn't just catch me, he taught me. Justice isn't loud, it's quiet, precise, surgical. And as I rebuild, I find myself repeating his words, softly like a mantra, smile. Because even in ruin, I've learned to admire the art of the reveal. The show may be over, but the performance, that stays with me forever.